What's up guys, it's Ade, and let's hear from Tyler from London to tell us what we're talking about this week.
I think in the current state we're in with our politics, decision making is key. So I'd like Ade to talk about proportional representation and if that's good or not.
That's right, this week is all about voting systems, and in particular whether first past the post is better than proportional representation. First past the post is the method of voting we use to choose who should be elected to the House of Commons. Citizens get one vote to support a candidate of their choice, and the winner is whoever gets more votes than the other party's candidates in that area. Simple, right? You get more votes than any other individual candidate and you win that constituency. A lot of people have a problem with this form of voting because they see it as unrepresentative. In theory, a government can win a majority of seats in the House of Commons and therefore power without actually winning over 50% of the votes cast in the election. This means that some people may never get to vote for an elected candidate just because of where they live, and they will end up frustrated thinking that their vote doesn't matter. And that's why some have suggested we introduce proportional representation. There are many different forms of proportional representation, but put simply, it means parties will gain seats based on the proportion of votes they receive. The outcome is expected to break apart a two-party system and be more honourable to the popular vote. For example, in the last election, the Conservatives got 42% of the vote compared to Labour's 40%, but they were awarded 56 more seats in the House of Commons. And the SNP only received twice the number of votes than the Green Party got, but they got 35 MPs compared to the Greens' 1. In extreme cases, there can also be a wrong winner result, which happened in 1951 when Labour won the majority of the vote, but the Conservatives won the majority in the House.
That's not fair.
So the argument against proportional representation is it tends to bring about unstable, minority and coalition governments, making it harder to bring about effective change. But if it's a fairer system, voting is all about getting your views represented, perhaps it's time to get rid of first past the post. Let us know what you think, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Easy.
A pressure group is an organisation which tries to influence the government in some way. They don't try to win power themselves, but instead attempt to shape the decisions made by those who are in power. Pressure groups can be categorised in a few ways, and can belong to more than one category. Firstly, they could be interest groups. They could also be known as sectional groups because they represent a certain section of society, for example, trade unions. Membership is linked to a particular occupation or part of society. Examples are the National Union of Teachers, the Confederation of British Industry, and the British Medical Association. Alternatively, pressure groups may be cause groups. They are also known as promotional groups because they seek to promote a particular cause. For example, charities and environmental groups. Anyone can join these groups, unlike sectional groups, which people can only be members of if they are from that section of society. Examples are Amnesty International, Greenpeace, and the Electoral Reform Society. Thirdly, a pressure group might be better classified as a social movement. These are similar to cause groups, but lack a formal structure. They are usually politically radical and aim to achieve a single objective. Examples might be protests against the expansion of airports. These three categorizations consider the membership and structure of pressure groups. However, they could also be classified according to the nature of their relationship to the government. Insider groups are groups regularly consulted by the government with regular access to government ministers. The CBI is a good example of this. Insider groups can be high or low profile. These groups tend to have influence because their aims are broadly in line with the government's views. On the other hand, outsider groups are groups with no special links or access to government. They have to use other ways to have impact, for example, using the media or trying to influence public opinion. Examples include groups like the Animal Liberation Front. Such groups may actually choose to be outsiders because they may be quite radical, or they might simply be denied access to government. The status of being an insider or outsider is more of a sliding scale than either or, and may change over time according to which party is in power. Outsider groups are more often well known than insiders due to the attention-grabbing tactics they use, and those are the main ways in which pressure groups can be classified.